Harold Robb, the 22L. I rolled at Winston last night. Not a big deal. My fault. Shot the corner. She went over. Not a big deal. Should be fixed and ready to go. We're up here at the Fun Center here in Creston. Had some of the cars going and stuff to show people. But I'm going to turn this over to Chris Wright, Wright Motorsports. And then he's going to run and talk to a couple other drivers, stuff like that. So just hang on, bear with me for a minute. Block with me, and I'll turn it loose with you. Hi to the Philippines. That yellow car will be back with that flag flying. Chris! Chris! Hang on, he's coming. He's a little slow leprechaun, but you know how he is. So, but I'm going to turn him loose. He's going to start yelling these guys. People in the Philippines don't get too carried away with this character, but here he goes. Chris, take it over and start hitting these drivers.
Alright. Well, everybody knows I'm Chris Wright. I'm the driver number 35. Rookie this year and everything. And come on with me. Let's go meet some of these drivers. I have half of them I haven't met. Some of them I have, some of them I haven't. Alright. We hit this guy over here yet?
No, you go ahead and hit these guys.
Which one of y'all is driving?
Nobody, he took off.
He took off.
Yes.
Who's pit crew?
I'm the owner.
You're the owner. Hey, that's even better. We got an owner right here. What is this? Number 82? Where are y'all running?
Yeah, well,
I'm
Stewart. You're there.
Stewart, okay.
Right now he's leading points at Adele.
Okay.
And second and Indianola for the points.
Nice. And now, you're IMCA too?
It's non-sanctioned there. We
It's
do
not?
run IMCA.
Do you? You ever tried I-35?
We went down there, I think, 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Down there.
Yeah, that's where a lot of us are from. 22L is there, 05, 007, I believe it is, 3XX, 76 is there. I know I'm forgetting a couple more, 31 MIG, 01B. We're all from I-35. We're all pretty much me. Harold's second in points. I'm fourth in points. Meg, he's first in points, and Creston is third. Tell me a little bit about your car. What is it? I mean,
It's a 4-door Cavalier.
4-door Cavalier. Pretty much bone stock. That's the way we like it. Well, it's nice to meet you, buddy. I'm gonna get up around here and get some of these other drivers. How y'all doing?
Good.
Y'all want to get in on the live video? Oh, too late. Say hi, y'all.
Hi.
All right. Hey,
There's the driver.
Oh,
There's
so
the
now you
driver.
show up, man. Hey. All right, well, we're live on Facebook and everything. Found out a little bit about the car and everything. My name is Chris. Nice to meet you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 15, been racing go-karts for a few years. Finally got a compact. Racing Adele and Indianola, sitting first in points at Adele, second in Indianola. Basically top 3 finishes every week. And hope to get 2 points championships this year.
All right, nice. That's a pretty good accomplishment. Now, how many years did you say you've been racing?
This is what, my 5th, 4th year, second year in compact, and 4th year total.
Now, how'd you do on your rookie year?
We didn't race the full year, we just raced here and there, but I mean, I've got a couple top 10 finishes for rookie year, and other than that, top 15s at least.
There you go. Now, is this your first car, or this is the first car you just got? First one?
Yep.
Wow, that's an accomplishment. So you really got to know your car and everything. You didn't have to actually go from one car to another.
It was a Richards Motorsports car.
Okay.
Owen Richards used to run this car.
Okay. All right. Nice. All right, good deal. All right, well, we're going to jump up and go to some other drivers here. It's nice meeting you, buddy.
Hey, run over there and catch Matt. Matt's got to go somewhere, so catch him.
Where's he at?
Matt! Go over to your car, man. Catch it.
everybody, this is Matt Buchanan, number 18. Races out of Corning a lot. Every now and then he'll come up here and bless us with his presence, and I-35. You know, he's good driver. Tell us a little bit about your car, a little bit about yourself, how long you been racing and everything.
This is my second season racing sport compacts. Got started because of family and kids, and of course Chris kept nagging me about getting a car built, so I got her done. I'm sitting 8th in points right now at Corning. 3 weeks ago, took my first feature win of my season, and we're just driving her hard, hope for a championship eventually, and everything else.
Heck yeah. So what's your plans? I mean, what are you going to try to shoot for this year? You trying to shoot for track champion or anything?
This year, I'm shooting for a top 5 in points, but the way it's looking is it's going to be a tough one. But my plans are eventually to take a track championship and then try to go for a national point title, and then move up to probably hobby stocks or something like that.
Now I heard a lot of people have been talking about this Bristol Dirt Nationals. Have you thought about that?
No, that's a lot of money, and when you got a family and kids, racing is, it's fun, but it costs a lot of money.
Well, now hold on. He's talking about kids. Ask the man how many kids he's got. How many kids he got?
I got 7 with the 8th one on the
on my dress that I have to
All right,
me.
so he's baby fat. Hey, it is all about the money and everything, We do sport complex. We got a bad name, plain and simple. Everybody thinks that you can just go out there, grab a car, throw a cage in it, and be a number one. It don't work that way. This man can tell you, I can tell you, we got a lot of money wrapped up in these cars. I mean, this man, he's probably got $5,000, $6,000 wrapped up in his car. I myself, in my first car, I had $7,000 wrapped up into it. We live, we learn, and everything else. And that's how it's got to go.
And the other thing is, a lot of people point fingers at, our stock car drivers, our modified, our hobby stock. But with the sport compact class, believe it or not, the louder the fans get, the faster we go.
Yeah, that's it, It really is. Well, Matt, good luck to you, buddy.
Good luck to you.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's get this 3XW right here. Come here, you little howling go through here. You're in the 3XW. Yep. Tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about the car, how long you been racing, have you been around in a long time?
Never been around.
Never been around.
This is my first year racing.
All right, we got a record.
Family's been racing for years, but not me.
Okay.
This is a 95 Neon.
All right.
Cheapest car you'll see on the track with cage.
Now, hold on now. See, this is an exception. This man here.
I'm a walking exception.
He is one of the ones that everybody else kind of envies because, he did buy a $500 car, put a cage in it.
No, it came with cage.
Oh, well, see, it didn't come with the cage. I mean, sometimes you run across good deals like that. But a lot of times,
it takes a lot more money than what I got.
it does. It does.
And I'm very fortunate that I work at a mechanic shop. So all the mechanical sides of stuff is a lot easier. He makes your fucking iron, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, I work with a guy that's got probably 45 years plus of mechanical knowledge. So he's beyond expert when it comes to knowing what's wrong with things.
Yeah.
That helps.
It does.
It saves me a ton of money.
So what's your plans for this year? I mean, what are you
Top
shooting
10.
for anything? Top 10?
That's what I'm shooting for. I'm currently sitting 6th in points at I-35 down in Winston. And for a car for 4 weeks, didn't have but maybe 10 pounds of pressure in the fuel pump. I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
I got that figured out and fixed.
All right.
And, that's probably the most expensive thing on the car was the fuel pump.
See, hey, it's a good thing though, right?
And this is fun. I do it for the fun. What you got to understand is I run a professional wrestling company, and COVID took that away from me. I couldn't have the fans. I couldn't have the interaction. I couldn't have that adrenaline rush that fix you get from professional wrestling.
Exactly. So
I had to find another outlet.
Exactly.
And my uncle said, well, hey, come get you a car, come race sport compacts down in Winston. Alright, see what I can find. Found this car, put a little bit of money into it. I've been racing ever since. It's fun.
It is. It's a blast. And you know, I'm sure you can vouch for me. You know, the longer we do this, the more car parts that we accumulate. So then it makes it that much cheaper. But yet we do have to, you know, it's all a family-oriented thing too, because you know, I'll help him, and he'll help the next guy.
That's one of the things I love about the people down there at 35 is if you know one person, they're not willing to single you out. They're like, hey, what's wrong? You're like, hey, I don't understand. Well, my car was doing that last year. This is what mine did. Try that. They're always willing to help each other out. We're not out there to hurt each other. We're not out there trying to just wreck cars. We're actually trying to have fun and race. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the people I race with. Especially that guy over there in that 69C.
Yep.
We're talking to him.
All right, we're gonna go talk to him. It's nice to see you, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah.
Let's go over here and see 69C. Come here, Jeff. He's a champion to me. All right. Tell me a little bit about yourself, how long you've been racing, you know, a little bit about your car, what you got, and what you're planning.
Creston Champlin. This is my first year racing. I built my first car last year. It was a 4-door Cavalier. I decided it was too heavy for my liking, so I traded it for this 2-door. I feel like it's a little bit quicker than the other car. It's got more power, it's got more speed. I like the way that I'm doing this year. I'm not getting too bad in points for my first time as a racer. All in all, I like driving race cars, and I'm just going to continue doing it.
Yeah, that sounds good. What
It's
is
been a dream of mine since I was little, wanting NASCAR.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, I kind of grew up around it. My uncles and everything up in Alabama. When I say up in Alabama, I'm originally from Florida, so that's up for me.
Yep.
But they always was in the dirt track. They had hobby stocks, the pro stocks, and everything else. And then I actually had an uncle down there that actually owned his own track. You know, but I was a lot younger, and I really wasn't able to get into it. But you know, it's in my blood. You know, it's something that just gets into you, and then, you know, I got introduced to it last year, and I never knew how to get into a car. That was, I don't know, did you ever have that problem? You know, what we had to do?
I didn't even know where to start.
Yeah, that's what I had, you know, and I just kind of started going around and talking to people, and that's the crazy thing about it, you know. Everybody is so willing to help. It's, you know, it's a family-orientated thing. And that's what I love about it, because everybody helps everybody. And they was like, well, you know, get you a car and we'll show you where to go to get this and to get that. You know, how to get a bargain. And then, you know, yes, when you first get into it, you got to admit, it's expensive. It really is. You know, sometimes there's an exception, like 3XW. Yeah, he got his car for $500. What he had family members. Now, like somebody like me that actually just walked into it, and I didn't have nobody around up here that was actually my family, so I didn't have that connection. So I ended up having to get a car.
I didn't either when I first started.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. So we got something in common. What is your plans for this year? I mean, what are you shooting for? Are you shooting for points?
I'm shooting for points.
Are you? You know, where do you kind of see yourself? I mean, is it fifth, sixth, what?
I want to at least be top 5 points.
Top 5. Nice. So you got some big goals for this, you know, with this car and everything? I mean, cool deal. You want to do some upgrades, I guess, eventually. You know, it's something that we got to do. All right.
There's always stuff you can upgrade.
Oh, yeah, always.
There's always stuff you can change.
I hear that. All right, buddy. Well, it's nice meeting you.
Yep.
And let's go on to another driver. Y'all have a good one.
Yep, too.
Let's go over here. Yep, I gotta get them. I'm gonna get you too. You peg leg, I'm gonna get you. You better run. Oh, never mind, you can't. All right, this over here is Mr. Cody Ross.
I think every racer should have it.
How you doing, Cody? Good. We're live on Facebook, so you know. Tell us a little bit about your car. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What are your plans? I know this is the Bargain King. He's not bargain. He's the barger king. There we go. And he needs his own TV show. I guarantee you, y'all would get a kick out of it. But tell us a little bit about your car, a little bit about yourself. You know, what's your plans and everything?
I just got it like 3 days ago. Kind of just threw it together for the weekend. Nothing really much done to it. Just bone stock carburetor. Threw it in the seat Saturday at the races. The plan is to get a better car. It's kind of a more beginner, slower car. It does the job.
How long you been doing?
First year, so maybe have 4 races total this year.
How long have you been around?
Maybe 2 years. Tops.
But you got a whole lot of family too that's been into it and everything, and it's helped you out. And so, where are you wanting to actually try to jump up in points, or are you just trying to learn the tracks and everything?
Oh no, my plan is.
Got anything to say to anybody who would like to come into this? How, you know, or give your info?
I mean, for anybody that's looking to get into it, it's very fun. You know, it is expensive, but at the same time, you know, you could throw the car together and just without racing. I mean, just if you can find someone to hot lap someone's car, just getting the experience to go out there, it's just a blast.
All right, well, thank you, Cody. Nice to meet you. Come on, we got one more. This is our little lady that is a driver. So I don't want to hear on Facebook, oh, I'm a woman, I can't do no driving. Right here's living proof. This is Miss Rose. She is Queen of I-35. There we go. How about that?
There's about 3 of us females that race down there. Well, I'll tell you, all the girls, you want to drive, get behind the wheel. It's just like the boys. There ain't no gender. We can drive just as quick as them. Learn your car, learn to build them, you'll beat them.
So what is your plans for this year? I mean, you got any big upgrades or anything maybe that you want to do? Or?
Right now I'm just trying to learn the setup on this car.
Okay.
I went from rear wheel driving to front wheel. A little different.
Oh, so you've got experience in other cars then. Tell us a little bit about that.
From drag racing to mud racing.
Okay.
Mine's majorly mud racing.
That's where I come from. You know me. I'm from Florida. I'm back here with nothing but swamps and gators and sticks and everything else back in there. And then, you know, that's what with my family in Alabama. You know, they did dirt track, and with me down in Florida, all my friends, they always did mud bogging. So, you know, now our mud bogging is a lot different than y'all's mud bogging. Y'all do the mud runs.
Yeah.
You know, so that was a little different. I never got into the mud runs. And see, we never went for trophies or nothing. We just went for bragging. You know how that is, you know, just a bunch of rednecks getting out there. Hey, my truck can go farther than yours.
Yeah,
You know,
I got trophies on mine.
Yeah, see, we never got no trophies or nothing. And we used to go to High Acres down in Florida. It was right off the what was that, County Road 48, I think it was. Right outside of a little town called Center Hill. And High Acres, man, it was a blast. I actually got on my first video from High Acres. I was actually on back when Trucks Gone Wild first come out. It was the coolest thing though. There was a Toyota stuck way out in the middle of the swamp. I mean, he was bogged. Had 44s on it, and he was all the way up to the floor. I was out in the middle, up to my neck. I can't swim, but I can tread through some mud. And it took 3, looked like monster trucks. They had the deuce and a half running gears up on them and everything, big old skidder tires and stuff on. It took 3 of them to pull him out. But I was on one of the videos. That was like a highlight. But get back with you and everything, So you got all that in there with you and everything. And how many years have you been doing this?
This is my first year doing dirt track.
This is your first year?
Actual racing has been probably about 15.
15. All right. So what is your plans for the rest of the year? I know you're probably going to try to move up in points and everything.
Stay in the top 10.
Stay in the top
Or
10.
my car. Get the setup to my liking.
Top 8. Yep, I heard that right. Top 8.
Yeah.
Top 8 gets the trophy. Top 10.
Yeah, that's right. Right now I'm sitting at 8.
Yeah. See, we're at the tractor. She also runs I-35 just like I do. And top 8 now will receive a trophy. Top 10, 9 and 10, they just get bragging rights. But there ain't nothing like bringing home a trophy, is there? We all shoot for the first place, whether we get it or not. It does come. I've been there. I've gotten 2 first place now on my heats, which I'm gonna tell you, it's a blast. And I'm waiting to see her get on up there. I know her car. I did help her get her car, and I did the first lap on it. It's a really fast car. But like she says, she said it before, the car is fast only if the driver can put it there. Don't ever think that you're going to bring a fast car out here and beat everybody. Because if you don't know the track, you don't know anything about it, you're not going to beat them. It's plain and simple. You've got to know your car.
Yep.
If you don't know your car, you're not going to get there. Good one that you'll probably even agree with me. I went up to Stewart. I had a big hit. Oh yeah, I'm going to make it. I'm going to be right up there in the front. Well, I got tore all to the pieces because it was a completely different track. It was a smaller track on top of that. Yeah, I knew kind of my car, but I was only 2 weeks into it.
Yep.
So I was still trying to learn my car, and here my dumb self went trying to go to a different track. It was a dumb move. We all make dumb moves. Now, the thing that separates everybody is you make a dumb move, you learn from your dumb move. If you don't learn, you're just going to be constantly building and refixing your car.
And not getting nowhere.
Exactly. But back to Rose, she's a good driver. I've been right there with her trying to help her out and everything. Like I've said a million times, this is a family. It's a racing family. I've known her dad now for dang near 10 years almost. Almost, yeah. It's been quite a while. And, I love this atmosphere. That's why I do it. My wife is into it, and of course, I-35, my uncle by marriage used to own the track. And, went up there, and I can't remember which one it was that said it. I think it was Matt Buchanan that said it, if you want to try to find out, find somebody who will let you hot lap their car. And that's how it got me. I hot lapped the car, and all of a sudden, what was I saying? I want to go fast, just like Ricky Bobby. Go back to Talladega Nights, instead of, Days of Thunder, I went to Talladega Nights. I am joking. But, yeah, it's a blast. All right. Anything else you'd like to leave? I got one more car to get a hold of.
Yeah. Think about your fans. Those kids up in those stands are the reason for us for driving. Always think about them. Bad nights are bad nights. Cars got to be repaired. But remember, those fans are the reason why we race.
All righty. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, we got one more. Let's go over here and get this. This guy's junior. He's in the 007. He want to be, undercover. No. That's Batman. Okay. Junior, tell us a little bit about your car, about yourself, how long you've been doing this and everything.
Harold Robb Jr. I just started, about 2 months back, kind of started building the car because the 22L held Rob. He started racing last year, and we kind of got in doing getting a car actually for me, and then I ended up getting the cage all built into it, tore everything out, did a few kind of like plugs and all that stuff to it. But last night we was racing pretty good, and Harold Sr. actually got into me and took off my front bumper, dinged up my hood a little bit. But other than that, the car's been doing pretty awesome.
Good deal. So, how long you been into racing period?
Racing period, I've been in pretty much since I was a little boy, because we was always racing either four-wheelers, dirt bikes, or even our lawnmowers. We just, anything we could get a hold of, we was racing. And then we did a lot of mud running and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. That sounds pretty cool. Now, I know a little bit about him, a little secret. Now, this is how bad racing can be. His exact words was, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna do it every now and then, maybe once every couple weeks." If y'all turn and look at that right there, yeah, see what happens? Oh my God. No, he didn't start out with that trailer. He started out with an open trailer like us all, and now he's Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last, you know. So
We was trying last night.
that's right, we was. But you know, I mean, he's got a good car. What is the name of your car? You got a name for it?
No, I just kind of, I've been actually playing World of Warcraft for about 10 years or so, and Dad was always saying something about the car was named Demon, so I decided to put Illidan, which is a character in World of Warcraft, on my hood because Dad always said the car was called Demon, so that's kind of stuck with it.
All right, good deal. So, all right, any future, you know, things that you're going to be trying to do, or
Thinking about changing up some tires, going and down a few sizes or so, trying to just readjust some stuff because the car is actually running awesome and it's sticking to the track as of right now. So anything I can do to improve it's going to be the best.
good deal. Do you got any information or any thoughts that you'd like to give to anybody who's wanting to try to get into this, or who is into it and needs a little boost?
Don't be scared to actually go in and actually start, you know, we bought the car, it was about $400 or so. We just kind of just started taking all the stuff out, and it's fairly easy because it's, as soon as you start getting into it, and if you know a little bit about mechanics, you can actually go a long ways, and just don't be worried about going out there being the fastest thing in the world.
All right, well, hey, it was nice meeting you and everything. We do have one more driver here. He didn't bring his car because he is a little bit farther down. Hey, will you come here for a minute and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, this isn't the first time I've been on here. I just don't have my car here with me. But Brendan Hartman, I drive the 76 Dodge Neon. It's purple and orange. This is my second year racing on my second car. I ran a Cavalier last year. Wasn't really my style, so I swapped it up. And trying this setup, I have a buddy of mine that raced Neons last year, and he gave me his setup. Car's been running great all year. I've had a few little mishaps early in the season. Got them all worked out, and last night the car was it was hooking. I gave a lot of people a run for their money. Some fast cars were out there last night. So other than that, it's just too far of a drive for me to haul my car up here and stuff sometimes. So I'm sticking with 35 in a little points race, trying to do a little bit better than I did last year up there. So.
All right, you got any, you know, information you'd like to tell somebody new that's coming in, you know, tracks or anything, you know?
Don't be disappointed if the first night you go out there and you have your hopes set up, I'm going to do great and I'm going to do great, and you make yourself look like a fool by spinning out in the third turn or hitting the wall. Stuff happens. You just can't let little things get you down. We all lose our temper. We all get upset with over every little thing, but you just got to keep on going and not worry about what's going on. Do you. Don't worry about the guy next to you. If you're in front of them, they got to worry about themselves. Don't be paranoid to try and do these things. It's all about how you drive and making the car for you and not for someone else.
Would you say the best saying that could be out there is drive your own race? You know, when you're out there, just drive. You know, do what you feel is comfortable. Don't try to pull yourself out of the normal. You know, every now and then we do have to push that edge, but that edge starts to widen because you've already overlapped that edge. Am I correct?
Oh, you're 100% right. I mean, I've taken driving. My team captain, Brad Mick, drives 31. I took his driving setup and I took a little bit of someone else's driving setup and I copied it for a little bit, and then I found the perfect one that works great for my car and for me for how I handle my car. We all drive different. All cars handle different. It's just what works for you. Once you get your car down, you can pretty much hop into any car and still be just as good or almost as good as what you are in your own car.
Yep.
It's just how many times you've been driving and how you get used to the track. Other than that, you can hop into anything.
That's some good info, you know. Well, thank you a lot, and glad that you can come up here with us and everything.
Well, I do got a car to fix later on today. So.
Oh, yeah, we do.
There's one more.
One more.
We got one more who actually started last year to roll the car in the
Yes, we
original
do.
22L.
Yes, we do.
Last night, I done the same thing. I put that baby in that corner. I was hauling it, and I singed her right off that track. Rolled her 4 times. She's going to be out here next weekend with another new car.
Come on
Get
up
your
here.
ass up here. And with a new number.
Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself. Now we know she has rolled. Now she's seen Dad do it, and I believe it was in the same spot.
Yep.
So
Same exact spot.
now you see this man. He's going to jump right back in
Yeah.
it. So you know, tell us a little bit about your role and everything. And I mean, I know everybody's got their own demons to conquer. You know, one is her demon of rolling. I'm pretty sure, you know, you're scared to roll. You know, but tell us how you're going to get her over that. You know, and what is your plans for this new car?
I'm gonna have a different setup than what I had with my first car. I'm gonna do it how I feel comfortable with it, and just go out there and go for it. And if I don't do good, I will. Pretty much.
Well, as long as you do your best, you know, give it your all, and just like we've all said, drive the car. You know, we all got that one little spot that we're not comfortable with, but that's part of driving, and especially a race car. You know, we get into these cars. If you can, come over here and look at this. You know, these cars have got roll cages in them. Some of them got disconnected steering wheels. This one still got the same steering wheel. They got racing seats. They got your 5-point harness. You know, I mean, you're in there. These cages, they're not going nowhere. You know, you gotta be comfortable with your car. You know, when you're building a car, if somebody else is building it for you, be there on top of that car. Because if you're not satisfied with it, don't get in it. Because we do put our lives on the line. You know, we might not make it off of that track. You know, we might take a bad roll, and it wasn't a cage or something. It could be something out on the track that punctures right through it. Yeah, we got helmets on and everything, and we're all strapped in. But you know, it could happen. You know, we all got to be aware of what the pros and cons are. You know, like I told my wife, and I will stick to it. If I ever roll, I'm done. A lot of people don't know that. If I ever roll, I will be done. Because I'm not going to put my wife through it. Because I know if I roll, my wife is going to be distraught. And it doesn't matter if I jump out of that car and do the 2-step on top of it. It's just that what she has agreed with. You know, and when you got a family and everything, you have to come to a certain spot to where you say enough is enough. You know, I love my wife to death. I love my kids. I don't want to be away from them. But you know, we all have that thought in the back of our head. I'm a semi driver. You know, I do this every day. When I get into that semi, my thought in my head is, what if? What if somebody pulls out in front of me? What if there's kids in that car? What am I going to do? You know, same thing here. What if somebody is rolling in front of me, can I block? Can I get out of the way? Sometimes you can't. So then you got to think about what you're going to do. And it's a split second. That's it. Just as fast as I just snap my fingers is as fast as you can do it. So, I mean, I'm not trying to distract nobody from getting into this. This is a fun sport. But you got to use your head. If you don't use your head, you don't need to be in these cars. These cars are fast. They might be small. I'm doing 85 miles an hour into a corner. 85 miles an hour. And mine is bone stock. And I'm fixing to push it more. And I'll be rolling at 90, 95 miles an hour. I know already I'm coming on the back stretch at 90. But by the time I come into the turn, I'm letting off of the gas and I'm doing 80. So, I mean, we are not by no means small. There ain't no way. You know, all these guys out here, we're all out here to put on a good show. But, you know, when we're out there on the track, we're all against each other. But we're not all against each other so bad that we're going to roll this person or put this person in the corner into the wall. We don't drive that way. My team don't. My family don't. So, you know, you got to stop and think about it. You know, get you a car. Get you somebody out there that knows what they're doing. Get with somebody who's been doing it. And you can be in one of these. And they are fun. But just remember, everything you do has got a consequence. And that's where I'm going to end it. Love y'all. God bless.